Okay, some people in this room know a lot about what I'm going to share. Some people are hearing it today for the first time. Either way, this is for you. And I do have some reminder cards, so when we're all done, these will be on that back table. These are something you can take home, put on your refrigerator with a magnet. It's something for you to remember when you get home what to do, okay? So we're really close. So our registration opens tomorrow, June 1st. And that means that I'm going to show you how to do that here in just a moment. Now the recording is going to be available. Mark will wrap up this recording and Don will take care of it as well. So for those of you who feel like you need to write notes really quickly, you don't have to, because you're going to be able to rewatch this part of the recording if you like, and that will also help you get there where you need to go. So the class starts on June 12th, so you do not have to register tomorrow. You have all the way up until June 12th or even after that to register. The course has 10 self-study modules, and it takes place over about 10 weeks, I'm expecting. Learners should work at a pace that covers one module a week, and the plan is to be completed by August 21st. We are going to leave the course open until the end of August or August 30th. I believe we've got that timed out. And after that, we're going to wait a little bit and then restart that course again so the next cohort can go through. This is tracked in LearnWorlds. So that's the platform that we use to build the Learning Center. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. But you will be able to track your progress. You'll see a marker that says where you are and what you've completed. But I want you to understand that we can see that as well. So we can see who's signed up, we know your name, whatever name you've given, and we are able to see where you are in the program. So I just want to be transparent and let you know that. When you're all done, you'll get a certificate that says that you've completed the course. Does that mean that you're a fivefold leader when you get that certificate? Not at all. Not at all. It just means that you've taken this course and we've got a place to begin. You can use any device. So most people are familiar with using computers, tablets, your laptop, whatever you like to use, or a phone, and you can follow this program and actually complete the course on any device. And there is no charge for this. The reason why there is no charge is because this is our first fruits, and we are offering it with no charge. That doesn't mean that it has no value. It means that we aren't charging for this course. So what's covered in each module? So what can you expect? You can expect that we're going to start out a little bit slow, so we're not going to talk about the apostle, first of all, which you might expect. We're going to build a little bit, but in each module, we're going to address three things. We're going to address the fivefold ministry of Christ, we're going to address leadership, and we're going to address maturity. The reason why we're putting these three together is because of many of the things that Mike just talked about. But in the maturity section, we're going to examine our readiness for leadership. In the leadership section, we're going to study examples of great leaders. We're going to pull those things together. And certainly in the fivefold, we're going to share what we understand at this point in time about the fivefold ministries of Christ. In bridging this application, we're going to consider these components as they relate to ourselves, as they relate to the church, and the marketplace. So this is really an exploration, and it's examination of self. It's examination of where we attend church and where we live, our marketplace. So I'm going to take you through a few steps. They're numbered down below, so when you come back to these slides later in the recording, you can do this. So this is our home page on the website. So this is a digital learning, meaning that you're going to use a computer. You will not get in your car and drive to a building. You're going to use an electronic device to get there. You're going to search this term here. You can search Newhouse Regional Training Center. And that's available on the back side of this card. It'll tell you what to do. And all you need to do is click join. So when you click join, the next screen is just a sign-in screen, and it's pretty simple. It functions just the way every other thing that you sign up for. It doesn't ask for very much information. It asks for your name, your email address. You get to create a password. As usual, you have to click a box that says, I accept the conditions. Usually those are things like, I'm not going to copy this and sell it to the world, or something like that. And then you're going to click that blue box below and start your learning journey. And immediately you're going to get this pop-up, because this program has a two-step verification, and a lot of us don't like that, but it really is there for a good reason. This pop-up tells you, look at your email, because you're going to get a confirmation in your email immediately that's going to, you need to do another click to help finalize. And what it does is it confirms your email address, but it also ensures our website that this isn't a computer hacking into the program, and it's also you saying the email's been sent to your email. Is this really you? Is your email entered correctly? So on and so forth. So you're going to click here when you get that email. This is exactly what the email looks like. And then you get taken to the very first page that you're going to see. This is, Roy, what do you call this page? Roy's the content, not the content builder, he's the website builder. So it's your personal home page. So instead of Newhouse Regional Training Center, your name will be there. You can click the orange dot there, that button. You can see yourself later. It'll take you to your profile. You can put your little picture in there if you want to. You do a bunch of things, but here's the number of courses, how many posts, how many messages you have, but you need to scroll to the bottom. This is a little bit of a long web page. And in order to get to the next place, you need to scroll to the bottom of that page. You'll choose Fivefold Ministry, Leadership in You, and click Enroll, okay? And you'll notice that we have some pending courses that are next, and those we'll talk about at another time. So click Enroll, and there you go. You're ready to go. After you enroll, you'll be brought back to a page that looks just like the one that you had. So if you enroll like tomorrow, that course doesn't open until the 12th of June. So things are going to look, it's still not going to be available, but when you come in on the 12th of June, you come to this page and you just click continue, and all of a sudden everything will open up to you. What do you do on the first day or the second day when you join? Oh, I need to tell you a couple other things. So you're going to receive a cookies notification. That's pretty standard for every website. It is required that this happens, and so we are in compliance with that. LearnWorlds is the platform. You'll see something like this at the bottom. Don't be surprised when I send you emails. You may see a little insignia that says LearnWorlds. That's what that is. It's the platform we used. So don't worry about the cookies. You get to dictate how much and how little there is there that you're comfortable with. But we will say that you can share your activity. You can share that you're doing this course on social media, on whatever platforms you like to use. In fact, we really hope that you do. But you may not copy any content and share that teaching content at all. Okay, so here we are, day one. What should I do? There are two things that I want you to print out if you want. The syllabus, you don't have to print out, but it is built like a little checklist. It tells you everything you're going to do that week. If you like to check things off, that's what you can do. But you do have a notebook/journal. Debbie was just back here asking me, is there a workbook? And I said, of course there's a workbook. That's what we do. So that one you do want to print out, because you're gonna write some notes. I'm gonna ask some questions. We're gonna have some conversations that take place there. But later in the week, at the end of the first week, we're gonna meet together online, and we're gonna bring up some of the discussion pieces that you've written in your notebook. So make sure that you catch that. Some people, you might want to buy a 3-ring binder, put your things together, and be prepared for this 10-week course. Another thing that's going to happen the first day you open it up, down at the bottom of every course page, and this is an actual snapshot of how busy we're going to be that first week. Down at the bottom of every single module is this, and it shows a little calendar icon. That means that you've got a meeting to go to, and the meeting is always Monday night at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. So people who join from other places, they will have to deal with our time zone here in Wisconsin. But click that, because what that's going to do for you is if you use an electronic calendar, you're going to get a pop-up right in the coursework, and it's going to say, do you want to add this to your calendar? And you can click that, and you will generate these appointments so that your computer dings you a little bit, or your phone tells you you've got a meeting coming up on Zoom on Monday evening. So yes. So if you aren't able to come to the Monday night meeting, it immediately records that whole conversation, records, and it gets posted in that module, so you can go back to that and listen to those if you weren't able to be there. Okay, it does adapt to most calendars, so just see what that looks like. If you don't use an electronic calendar, it's okay, because you're going to get an email from me the day before the meeting and 1 hour before the meeting, so your phone or whatever device you use will start going off, making a little racket for you to remind you. Okay, so one thing that I think is really important, this is a snapshot of one part of the study, and this is part on leadership, but if you look over at that blue part on the side, you'll see path. So what you just saw, that long list of jobs that we're going to do that first module, that's in the path. But if you click the middle part, you'll see all of the learners who have joined in. And if you click discuss, that's a place where you can talk about what you're learning, talk about what it is that you're responding to with the course that's there. We do encourage you, because this is online, we have to make every effort to really connect with those who are in the class, to have these discussions. We have that discussion on Monday nights, but we can have an online ongoing discussion here every day. And that only further enriches what you're doing and what you're learning. Another way to connect is to click the button connect on the website. In there, you will come to a community group, and it looks like this page here. So it's this snapshot here is in the general community center, and you can post whatever. We ask that you don't post your car that's for sale or things like that. Keep the conversations about what we're learning and what we're doing, or encourage one another. If you want to get to the course that you're talking about, you would click that down below, course discussions. And know that you can participate as much as you want or as little as you want. If you want to put a little picture of yourself like I did for myself here, you can see that, and we can see each other kind of as we're going along. Okay, so the things I want you to know. This is so exciting because we started kind of with nothing. And we're at the part now where we have something. We believe so deeply in the message. And this first message is laying a foundation. When we get all done with this, are we going to be ready to launch a fivefold ministry in every one of our areas, in every church? No, but we have a great place to start. It is not the end-all and be-all of the fivefold ministry, but it is a good, strong foundation which will unify all of us in this understanding together. I encourage you to take this information back to your churches, back to your community groups, to your life groups, your Bible studies. Share this with others. You might be surprised who wants to join. We will be sharing this at New House, our church, and we'll be inviting everyone there to join. So on Monday night, you might join 50 people or having a discussion together with you. about the things that you're interested in, about what you learned that week. You might be joining more. We might have so many people that we'll break off into smaller discussion groups that night as we gather. This is really something that we're so excited to see come to life. We are so grateful for what God has done and so honored to share what we're doing. So all of these slides make it sound like just a real technical thing, but I want you to understand the heart of God is woven into this. The plan of the Lord is living in the midst of this. And there is a message, there is truth, there is life for each of us deep in this. So don't get concerned about using a computer or using some device or this cold interface, because I know the Lord is going to bring us back together around these discussions as we meet through the hub, as we meet with our groups, and so on and so forth. But I do want to share this verse the Lord gave me a year ago, not to despise a small beginning, because the Lord is rejoicing to see this work begin. And this is the first course, and the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one will come soon after. So, should I take some questions? We don't have really any time, but I will be available in the room if you have questions that I can answer after we're done.
Thank you, Dawn. If you didn't already get this from Dawn's presentation, I wanted to tell just a little about her. Mark, could you set up for your web update? Dawn is a professional trainer. She's been doing this for years. She trains in the nursing world and trains nurses all over the world. She's got a PhD. That is not the critical issue. The critical issue, she's actually been called by the Lord to do this, and it will be very valuable for you to participate in. And if you're interested, we want you to be able to join in. As she said, this first course is free, which there's not many things free. The grace of God, but that cost Jesus a lot. So this is going to be a free course. So I want to encourage you in that.